Oh,
It takes like welcome into Jersey Chasers, everyone. Oh my God, the music like weirdly lined up today. So far we are
right?
on a good start. Oh my God, this is so great. This is so great.
Yeah.
As you can see, we are your Jersey Chasers. I'm Autumn. She is Christy.
Yes, I
You
am.
guys are watching us on Inside Edge Network. Please, 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 please. You guys know the spiel. Follow the Inside Edge Network wherever you get your podcasts on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, you name it. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Jersey Chasers. Yeah, like Chrissy said, at Jersey Chasers. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Jersey Chasers and on Instagram at Jersey Chasers as well. And then listen to us wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeart, and Spotify. But Christy, how was your weekend?
Yes, ma'am. So I had that big test I was waiting for. Remember, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
because so I don't know if I said exactly what test I was doing, but it's to get a license so that I can actually sell stuff and make money and pay my bills. So the Thursday, last Thursday, I go to log into the system, and because I held a different license under a different last name, they were like, "Oh, well, you're locked out of your schooling. We understand that you passed the test and everything, but you can't go in and study now. And till we get the last name thing situated." I'm like, "Oh, great. This is fun." So took screenshots, sent them passport, driver's license, social security card. I can't find the marriage license. Oh my God, I don't know where that is. But thankfully, they took what I gave them. And then I was able to study a little bit. And then Friday, I go to log in. The whole entire website is down for me to study. I'm like, I was supposed to actually test Saturday, and I can't even study now because their website is down. So luckily, the website got back up and running, but then my kid called me and I had to go pick her up from her job and drop her off at home, come home, shower, go to the airport, pick up my husband and his sister from the airport because they had flown to North Carolina for his aunt's wedding or his aunt's funeral. And so got home late Friday night, had dinner, barely got to study, woke up Saturday morning, puked here, went to the testing site, puked there, went inside, sat down, did my test in like an hour, and they give you like 2.5 hours to do it. So I'm thinking, oh shit, but like the stomach was just crazy. I was like, I can't stay here. I like
Mm-hmm.
I answered the questions the best I could. So I walked out, and the lady handed me my paper after I took all my stuff out of the locker, and I passed. So after
Hold
all
on,
of
hold on.
that,
Hold on. We gotta we gotta get.
thank you. Yes,
Yes,
thank you.
yes, yes.
Yeah, after all of that, so I'm walking out the doors, and I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. I'm not a religious person. When I'm getting ready to walk out the doors, and it's 10 o'clock in the morning because you had to be there early. So the sun is coming up. The sun shines right through the window above the front doors that I was getting ready to walk out of, and I was just like, "Thank you." I don't know who it was that helped me out, but thank you so much. Like, because I know that wasn't all me. And yeah, so I got to give thanks where thanks is due. So yeah, that was,
You
so
had a weekend.
I
You had a
celebrated.
weekend.
Yeah, I celebrated by laying out in my pool and in my backyard, and went to the buffet on Saturday night, went to Hooters Sunday night, So now I'm just waiting for all the different parts to start communicating so that they could say, ta-da, here is your license. Yay. How was your weekend? Hopefully it was less eventful than mine.
I want to say it wasn't. It was very eventful. As we all know, my grandmother did pass away. It was her service this weekend. I'll tell everybody the story of the service one day. It was very emotional. Very heartbreaking, but we are through it. We are through the hard part. It gets a little bit harder now, but I'm okay. I'm okay.
You're going to
Spent
make
some
her
time with
proud.
family on Sun. Yes, and we're gonna make her proud. Again, she loves sports. She is one of the reasons why I am even sitting in front of you. She's one of the people who believed in me. So everything
Thanks,
I now
Grandma.
do, yes, is because of my grandma. And we love her. We love her so much. But we gotta start, Christy,
Yes.
with the Queens of the Court, the WNBA. The WNBA
Yeah.
draft was this week because I don't know if you guys know this, but the WNBA has one of the most insane schedules I've ever seen in my life.
We talked about this
Literally,
last week. Yeah.
yeah, it's the final four was about what, two weeks ago? Yep,
Hmm.
about 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, not even. Then about week 2 weeks later, you got the WNBA draft. Then like I think it's either this week or next week. You got WNBA training camp, preseason, and then the season. So let's go through what's going on in the WNBA. So this was round two results. I forgot to add what results, but this was round two results. But
That's okay.
yeah, the WNBA is nuts. But we're gonna say congratulations to AZ Fudd, who was the number one overall pick by Dallas. She joins her former teammate Paige Bruckers in Dallas, and she is also the seventh
Good.
seventh UConn player to go number one. So I'm very curious to see what she does. And then we also had some news today that Asia Wilson, the four-time MVP, the the WNBA MVP, the Defensive Player of the Year, just overall just fantastic player.
Badass.
She signed a 4-year, $5 million deal with
Oh,
the
you
Las
go,
Vegas Aces.
girl.
She is
Nice.
officially now the highest paid player in the WNBA of all time. We've got $1 million deals. We got teams breaking up. We got
Amen.
teams. Like
Shout out to her.
it's been crazy. It's been crazy.
That's awesome.
But we're
Get
about
that
to
money.
enter a crazy time because it's about to be basketball galore.
Yeah, the MNBA, right? That's what we're calling it, the
And yes,
MNBA.
yes, the MMPA. So let's move on to the MMBA. The
LeBron was
Cavs.
pissed at Amazon.
Well,
Was it Amazon?
let's talk
Yeah.
about that. Let's talk about that. So last night there was a play-in game between the Charlotte Hornets and the Miami Heat. If you did not see it, Charlotte beat Miami, and that game was just crazy. You had LaMelo Ball going for what looked like a rebound, but he ends up going after Bam Adebayo's ankle. Bam Adebayo then falls on his tailbone, and he may be out for the rest of the series. No. But the reason why LeBron was mad at Amazon is because during overtime, Amazon went out for a full 2 minutes of the game, just black screen, couldn't see anything.
It wasn't even his game and he was that pissed. I love it.
And a lot of people are like, well, if the NBA chooses to go with Amazon after their contract ends with NBC, they only have like a 3 or 4 year contract with NBC, and they may be thinking of moving all the games to Amazon, which would be crazy because it would be behind a paywall, which crazy.
It gets to be like the NFL.
Yes, which
Yeah,
they also are contemplating moving the NFL behind a paywall. It like Amazon is trying
again.
to monopolize all the sports, and it's really not fun. But what do you think of a broadcast company that can't even like properly show a game? Like if your favorite team was on the screen and for 2 minutes
Mhm.
you knew nothing was going on, how would it be? How would you
Yeah.
feel?
Okay, so we experienced this, I think, with Netflix before they had football games on there, and I think also Amazon they had tried someone tried to fight. It was MMA fighting, boxing, fighting, and the stream was horrible. I remember trying to watch. Oh, it was when I think when Jake Paul and Tyson were trying to fight, or even before. I don't know, but it was one of those lame fights that ended up being garbage in the end.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the best fight over the weekend, which we need to talk about. So let me know when we can talk about
UFC.
that. Yes. Oh my gosh. But anyway, so when a nationally broadcasting station is showing a very popular sporting event, this isn't like cricket, you guys, sorry, but whoever likes cricket, this isn't, breakdancing down in Australia. This is like legit serious sports shit. People are betting money on this stuff. And with the way things are with betting nowadays, you can bet on anything that happens. And especially in overtime, I'm sure there's so many different options that you can choose. Who's going to get the first point during the overtime? Who's going to score the last point during overtime? To be that incompetent to lose the signal for 2 freaking minutes. I mean, look at StreamYard tonight. StreamYard is actually
Hey, hey, knock on wood, knock on wood, knock on wood, knock on wood, knock on wood. Please, knock on all the wood. They're treating us well tonight, Christy.
right? So maybe it's because they know we have to get off early because the guys are going to come on. But no, I just think it's totally irresponsible on the carrier's behalf. I mean, like, how can you make that back to the the people that are trying to watch? You know, they now have to try to search to find it somewhere else, like YouTube. Hopefully somebody's got it streaming live illegally so that somebody else can watch it. But like, that's the problem. Just go back to the regular stations. Go back to Fox, NBC, ABC, CBS, please. I mean, like, doing all these stupid streaming services, it's not good. Like, it's screwing us up with our sports.
Yeah,
Probably betting.
it's bad, and it's just like the culture of sports just really like sports belongs on network television. It does not belong behind a paywall. That is how you get more people to watch your sports. And the fact that you had this game behind a paywall, it's the playing game, so it's technically the start of the playoffs. So people who don't have Amazon Prime can't watch it. So then they're gonna go to illegal streams, and then you keep taking the illegal streams down, and it's just like you're hurting your own product by constantly keeping it behind a paywall. Like I have
What has
Peacock.
happened to ESPN?
ESPN is even worse because
They
they
feel like
don't.
ESPN 8. Like,
Yeah, so ESPN is also technically behind a paywall now because they show a lot of their games on ESPN Plus,
right,
and a lot of people don't pay. I pay for ESPN Plus with the Disney Plus Hulu bundle,
right.
and even then, I barely use it because not a lot of games are on ESPN anymore. So
Yeah,
it's mainly just it's a lot of just all over the place, and it's just like just pick a station. And I
yeah.
get why they might want to go with Amazon because the Amazon coverage has been so good this season. You've had like the in studio host, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, that's perfect, like good.
So many
But
people got Prime anyway. So, I mean, like, I don't
yeah,
see why you don't do it on Prime.
but let me tell you something. I have a bone to pick with Amazon. Amazon,
You won't make
let me
so
tell
much
you
money.
something. I
What's that?
caught your ass. I caught Amazon. So I was going through my Amazon Prime because I don't know if you guys know this. I'm gonna tell you something about Amazon. If you have Amazon Prime Video, go into like I forgot what it is, but it's like extra charge or something like that. So if you have any sort of add-ons, because also Amazon Prime is the only app that you actually have to go in and buy stuff if you want to watch it. So like Netflix, Peacock, any of the other streaming services, you pay that one set price and you can get access to everything. Not Amazon. You have to pay for certain things. So they'll be like Amazon Prime with stars or Amazon Prime with Paramount Plus or
Paramount Plus.
Amazon.
Yep.
Yeah. I had to go into Amazon and I had to personally take all of this off. They were charging me an extra $50 for all these add-ons that
Oh,
I did not add on.
ooh,
So I got a bone to pick with Amazon.
I'm gonna be going through my Prime Video later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it'll have NBA season pass on there. Mine was NBA season pass, BT Plus, Paramount Plus, and I already had Paramount Plus, so I'm like, I don't even know how my Paramount didn't even like
Yeah, I got Paramount through
translate
Walmart
over.
Plus.
And then it was like Stars, and I'm like, I don't watch Stars. I'm like, I haven't watched
Yeah,
Stars
what's
in a
on
very long
SARS?
time. Girl, nothing's on Stars anymore.
Right?
Literally. So I'm like, go in and change your stuff. Amazon is trying to jip you. But let's move on to the Cavs because I'm going to show you guys their upcoming schedule.
And
This is the
and
Cavs.
yeah, Inside Edge has a lot of coverage going on with this too. But go ahead and start with you.
Yes, yes. No. We do have a lot of coverage. So as you can see, we got the whole schedule. We're playing Toronto, a team that we are historically good against. Very good against.
Yay.
So I'm really excited. I'm really excited. But let me tell you the Inside Edge Network plan for the month of April when it comes to games. So somebody from the Inside Edge Network will
Mm-hmm.
be covering a game, whether it be me,
Yes.
whether it be Christy, but everybody on this network will be covering a game. So tonight, tonight, you get a preview show with Eli Moon, Anthony Alford, Chad Bryan, and my co-host from Mike Check Take Two, David Ruiz. Saturday, you get the first post-game show with Chad Bryan and TK from Illegal Formation. Monday, you get Eli and Chad from Inside Edge Primetime. Thursday, you'll get Anthony Alford's Midnight Run, i.e., double A going crazy. Um, and it'll be
Air frying
him.
chicken at 1 a.m.
Yeah. And it'll be him and Chad Bryan, but it might be a little late of a start because of the commissioner's couch. Sunday for game 4, it'll be myself and David Ruiz for my check take 2. And then if necessary for game 5, you'll get Eli and Chad. If necessary for game 6, you'll get me and David. And if necessary for a game 7, you'll get Robert Zicki, Anthony Alford, and Eli Moon from the main event. But this is the schedule. The
Yes.
schedule is in front of us. Starts Saturday the 18th
420 is on
through,
Monday. That's a bummer.
yes, 420 on a Monday is crazy. But yeah,
Yeah.
the Cavs, I don't know. I don't know what's going on this season.
Good
I'm
luck.
doing this.
Yes.
I'm doing this. I can't care. I can't care. I can't care. I love
Yeah,
them.
because they just, yeah, they're getting disappointed.
Yeah, I
I
can't
get
care. I love them so much. But let's move on. It's guards ball time. You guys, the power of friendship has us at 10 wins on the season.
it.
Now they
Yay.
did lose their first series against Atlanta. It's okay.
Um,
We all know when we see Hedges out there, it's a bad look. But they are 10-8. But a game tonight against St. Louis, it is the rubber match against St. Louis. I'm going to see if they take the series. They've been actually playing really, really well in this series. 10-8 on the season so far. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about them.
Sorry, I have birds flying by me, and one landed on the tree. It looked like a bug flew on my head. So.
It's okay, but we gotta get to the biggest story. We talked about this last week, and that is the Diana Rossini, Mike Vrabel storyline. So I'm gonna read Diana's statement. We have it here. I'm gonna explain what happened because I
Yeah.
didn't understand what happened, but Diana is now no longer with the Athletic, and that is the second part of the statement. But if you guys don't know, we talked about it last week. Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel were seen in Arizona in pictures that look suggestive, but
It
Diana
looks like
herself
people.
and Mike Vrabel came out and was like, "Hey, we're both married. Why would we do this?" So Diana released a statement after the Athletic announced that they were doing a full investigation. She said, "I've covered the NFL with professionalism and dedication throughout my career, and I stand by every story I've ever published. When Page Six item first appeared, the Athletic supported me unequivocally, expressed confidence in my work, and pride in my journalism. For that, I am grateful. In the days that follow, unfortunately, commentators in various media have engaged in self-feeding speculation that is simply unmoored from the facts." She sent this to the Athletics executive advisor, Steven Ginsburg. And then she goes on to say, "Moreover, this media frenzy is hurling towards, without regard for the review process the Athletic is trying to complete. It continues to escalate, fueled by repeated leaks, and I have no interest in submitting to a public inquiry that already has caused far more damage than I am willing to accept. Rather than allowing this to continue, I have decided to step aside now before my current contract expires on June 30th. I do so not because I accept the narrative that has been constructed around this episode, but I refuse to lend further oxygen and let it define me or my career."
Mm.
So that is Diana's response. She leaves the Athletic. She steps aside. What do you think about this? Because there has been so much stuff that's come out since we talked about this last week.
Yeah, I mean, like, first of all, if it was me or you running around with somebody on that Arizona property, nobody would give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
So why are they all giving a shit about these two people? Like, I don't know. Let them live their lives.
Yeah, so what happened this weekend is that so people they both came out, they made those statements and was like, "Hey, we're both married. Why would we like cheat on our spouses?" Like
Right.
Diana has two little kids, Mike has two grown kids. They both are like have been in these relationships for a long time, and people just started going back into Diana's history, not Mike's, Diana's history, and they found podcast clips where she was talking about her husband, and clearly in the way, like if you listen to the podcast, she's talking about it in a very self-deprecating way. She's not being serious, but people took it very seriously. They were like, "Oh, she hates her husband." They're like, "Oh, she didn't want to marry him because it came out that when she got engaged, her mom was like, 'You should get married.' And then she like jokingly said like she interviewed Jimmy G, and then she got married right after." And it was like,
Mhm.
what? Like that, like she clearly got married because it was the pandemic. Like that's literally, if you follow any sort of things, like she got married in 2020, it was because of the pandemic. Like she's explained how
For
she's got
life.
married.
For COVID.
Then people were talking about, well, the reason why she covered the Eagles so unfairly is because she was trying to favor the Patriots because of Mike Vrabel. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like, and then they were like, well, her husband's an Eagles fan, and she talks about how much she hates that he's an Eagles fan. I'm like, clearly, you do not understand sarcasm. Like, it was just
Yeah.
things like that. And then people were talking about, like, oh, there were more pictures of her and Mike Vrabel. So there was another picture that came out of them during the Columbine. I'm like, the thing where coaches and reporters are always together?
Right.
Like, huh?
Yeah, they said that they've had numerous run-ins. I mean, ever since she started taking on this career, she's had interactions with him. Anybody would. I mean, like, I don't know, whatever. Like, just these poor
It's
people.
it was just so much. And then so I'm just like not understanding. So she gets punished for having a personality
Hmm.
and meeting up with someone that she's clearly comfortable with, and that clearly her family is comfortable with and his family is comfortable with. He gets no punishment whatsoever, like
Of course
whatsoever,
not.
like.
The
But
guy's never peeled.
her personal reputation destroyed, her
Mhm.
professional
Career.
reputation on the line, pretty much destroyed.
Yeah.
People don't trust her, and I'm like, this is the problem. Like, look, me and you have been working in the sports industry for a very long time. I'm going to be real honest with you guys.
Mhm.
No woman that works in this industry wants to date an athlete or a coach. Like, it's real simple. If you've been working in this industry long enough, none of them, not to one, you don't want them. they're not for you. So this idea that she's a cheater, that she's this terrible person, it's like y'all clearly don't like it when women have personalities.
Right?
Like clearly. But
Oh,
she's a
that's why we
great
haven't gotten very far. I mean, it's the only logical reason why me and you haven't,
I mean, they don't like it when a woman has a personality. They don't like it when
uh,
she talks about sports. I saw a tweet this week that was like, "Yeah, women really don't like sports," and it's like, sir, do you think I willingly sign up for the heartbreak that is Cleveland sports on my own?
right?
Do you think
Yeah.
that I'm pretending to love, like getting my heart? Like, do you know how many times I've actually cried real tears?
My room is orange.
Literally, you have
Like
a shrine to the Browns.
my my glasses, my reading glasses are orange and brown. My
Like
my toenail polish is orange. My watch is orange. Like, yes, but
genuinely,
I do choose this lifestyle. I tried to leave it though. I mean, I moved from Ohio 35 years ago, almost 36. 35 and a half years ago, I left Ohio. Got almost as far away as possible as you could possibly get in the United States. Like, I'm literally 2 hours from the bottom of Florida. And I still have no room in my heart for any other football team besides the Browns.
the
Apologize, Browns.
guy who put that tweet out and was like, "Yeah, women are really
Uh,
faking liking sports." I'm like, "Do you think
yeah,
I would have spent?"
he did
I
that for the
dragged my
Mets.
He had to, because I
Yeah.
once dragged my mom to a baseball game in the middle of a rainstorm. In the middle of a rainstorm. You think I did that because I was like, "Oh, I really want to impress some guy?" No. No woman is trying to impress a man. We like sports. Like this narrative that women can't like sports, and I've seen it a lot more lately, that women are liking sports at the benefit of a man, or because they think guys are cute. I'm gonna tell you right now, the older you get, the more these men look like babies.
Yeah.
They look like kids to me, the men that are playing.
Yeah.
I watch sports for the love of the game. I watch sports because literally it has been passed down to me now. I am the third generation. My grandma, my mom, and me. Like, I don't
Mhm.
just like sports. Like, I can't. If I could not choose this life, if I could get up and walk away and say, "Hey, I
My
would,"
God.
I can't.
I'd
I
be so much
physically
happier
can't.
for half the year.
Oh my god. I wouldn't be sure. Yesterday, I was literally watching that Guardians game, and I got so stressed out that I turned to my uncle and said, "See, this is why I don't watch." I got so stressed
Mhm.
out because I can't physically like separate my emotions. And you
Yeah.
think I'm faking that?
Yeah, that's no. My mother used to have to go sit outside in the snow during the 1980s because she could not watch us play Denver during the playoffs. She did not want to physically be inside the house to hear us or the TV. So she would go sit her cute little butt outside in the snow.
I literally boo-hoo cried like somebody died when LeBron James left my basketball team. I full blown sobbed
Mhm.
as I watched a documentary about Cleveland finally winning a championship. Don't piss me off and say I'm
I
faking it.
sobbed watching the parade from my office.
Like,
I get it.
oh,
I know. We've discussed this before. We've already said men are stupid. And that guy
yeah,
clearly has the tiniest penis and needed attention.
exactly. But yeah, so yeah, that just the Diana Rossini of it all, the fact that she loses her job
Yeah.
and she's probably not going to cover the NFL for the next couple seasons. She probably will go away for about a year or so.
Maybe she'll
I
cover the WNBA.
actually You know what? I think because her contract ends on 30th and she resigns, I do think I know where she'll probably end up. She'll probably end up with Dan Levitar down there in Miami, through Meadowlark because he will like pick her up and like
Yeah.
he'll do that. He's the kind of person that do that. But let's get through a couple more things on the sports side. Roy McIlroy wins the
Mhm.
McIlroy, excuse me,
McElroy.
McIlroy, McIlroy,
McElroy.
McIlroy
Rory. Rory did.
wins. Yes, wins the Masters, is his second straight, even though he almost lost it. He almost lived up to his reputation of choking things away. And then last but not least, Christy, the
Yes.
fight
The
heard
fight.
around the world.
Yes. I posted about it.
Every time I logged on any sort of social media, I saw something about this fight and about how these two people would not give up.
Oh
Explain
my
it from
gosh.
your point of view.
Okay. So the white guy, or the guy in the white shorts, I'll say, he reminded me of a drunk in a bar. Like he kept just going up to the guy in the black shorts and flicking him off, and like he was just really like weird about the way he was in the ring. He looked like a drunk guy in a fight. And then the guy in black shorts, that like big tree did not fall. I was waiting for this big tree to fall. I was cringing when he was getting hit in the face. And like Joe Rogan was like, I can't believe he's not going down. And I don't cringe very often. I usually cringe when I see like ground and pound because the person's defenseless on the ground and their face is just getting pummeled. Well, this guy was standing up straight and his nose was clearly broken in the first round. And the bridge of his nose was gushing blood, and he got hit I don't know how many more times in the nose, and every time he did, I was, oh, I gasped. I wanted to turn my face away. I've never wanted to turn away from a fight so bad in my life, but I had to keep watching because I was like, this is the best heavyweight fight I've seen in so long. Like, and they kept standing up, like they weren't going down on the ground and wrestling, and it was an amazing fight. The president was there. He wanted to know why the guy in the white trunks wasn't on his card for the freedom fight that's coming up at the White House. And Dana White actually got him on the card. So I can't wait now to like I wasn't gonna watch this freedom fight thing, but I'm gonna have to now because I really want to watch this guy fight again, even though I don't like him. He's like the guy in the white shorts. He's like the bad guy. Like, because why are you flicking this dude off? Like, just because he hit you. Anyway, so yeah, get to watch the drunk guy fight again.
Yeah, that was nuts.
It was.
UFC just I'm sorry, every time I see them, it's just so embarrassing. Like they're just such an
Usually,
embarrassing product. They're
usually.
just like Dana White is such a douche. Like I genuinely don't care if I say I like I don't want Dana White to ever think like I'm a good person. I think he's a mega douche. That story that he told that he had the biggest fight, the Chuck Liddell fight, and his wife was super pregnant and she was about to give birth, and he forced her to get a C-section so he couldn't miss the Chuck Liddell fight.
No, I don't know if that's true, but I
Oh
didn't hear
no,
about
it
that. But
came from his mouth. It came from his
oh,
mouth in an
I'm
interview.
sure he's just. I don't know if it's true.
No, he was dead serious. Um, yeah, no, this weekend is gonna be a little nuts though. Well, this coming weekend, not this weekend, the next weekend. You know why, Christy?
Why?
Because the NFL draft is set
Oh
for the
yeah.
23rd in
Yep.
Pittsburgh. We
And this
also have
Thursday,
our
next Thursday.
first draft controversy.
What
Um,
now?
First draft controversy would be
The
the
Raiders
Heisman
not.
Trophy winner
Yeah.
making some questionable tweets. Some
Oh.
questionable tweets, and they
See,
were
I heard
found
the
out.
Raiders might like trade their first pick. So
Hmm.
what's Mendoza tweeting?
So you know how people like go through like you know how people should I think you should go through, especially if you're a public figure or if you are wanting to become a public figure, go through your tweets. Say,
Oh,
this
what did he
probably
have in
won't
the
land
past?
well. Like I'm gonna scrub this. So about 5 years ago, they found a tweet where it was comparing the murder of George Floyd and a police officer kneeling on his neck to Colin Kaepernick, and Fernando Mendoza in the comments said, "Well, I think we should give the guy on the right, which was Derek Chauvin. I think we should listen to him about why he did what he did." Crazy tweet,
What?
crazy comment, and I'm like, "Oh,
Oh,
this."
Mendoza.
It was 5 years ago, so he was in high school, so he knew
Yeah,
what he was doing.
yeah. But uh,
So if you're telling me that the Raiders are like, we don't want that number one spot, that's probably
why
why.
don't they just pick somebody else then to take at number one?
They
Let
might.
Mendoza slide. Let him do the quarterback slide.
Because again, we watched Shador slide and we were told that he was rude, he was mean, he was show offy,
He
he
didn't
had his
step me.
entourage, and
Yeah,
because he didn't want to throw at pro
the hot
day, all
ones.
these different
Yeah.
things, and he slid for a very long
Mhm.
time. Mendoza has done all the same exact things, and now the tweet that came out of this comment that he left on Instagram, and I'm like, he's still going to be a number one round, like a first round pick.
Hopefully he does do the slide because I love that I love that reference in the Dr. Pepper commercials.
Mhm.
Maybe they'll even put something like that in the Heisman house if he does.
Just,
But
but yeah,
that's not good. That's not a good look, Mendoza.
it was really bad. When I saw the tweet, I was like, oh, I was like,
Yeah.
these kids. But
Yeah.
let's get over to
All
our
right.
reality TV shows. Okay, so we have
Yes.
Christy watched Real Housewives of Rhode Island. She texted
Yes,
me,
I did.
I hate their voices. I said, you got to get used to it. She told me she hated their voices.
Their
Um,
accents. Yeah.
the accents are crazy. They are strong.
I've got a Rhode Island neighbor, and like, yeah, he parks his car in the yard.
Hmm.
It's awful.
So on this week's episode, we got a party for Liz's husband.
Listen, yep.
They all look alike, and I'm trying to remember. So Liz's husband Jerry, who's technically her cousin, it was his birthday. She has a party for him.
Mhm.
She invites all the girls, and then two of the girls that were there, Rula and Joellen, don't like each other. Rula's husband cheating on her. Joellen found out because Rula's husband's mistress posted it on Instagram, and Joellen sends the pictures to Rula, even though Rula asked her, and now she's mad at Joellen. And it's like, why are you mad at Joellen? You asked her to send you these pictures. So they confront
She's
each other.
still, yeah, it's still
Yeah.
Ellen is still standing on it. She said she swears on her children's lives that this man is still cheating on his wife. So that's that's
Even Liz, who is Rula's friend, was like, but he's still there. Like, she literally goes, but Ma, he's still there, Ma. And like Rula just
yeah.
can't like get it that her husband is still actively cheating on her.
Joe
So
Ellen just needs to be like, whatever, you figure it out on your own.
yeah,
Stop,
so
stop being so stern about it. Like, just let it go. Be like, okay,
but
you deal with it.
Joellen is mad because Rula's husband Brian called her workplace and
Yeah.
tried to get her fired.
But that
And
supposedly didn't happen.
but he said no, it's because I'm friends with the guy, and he's like, and
Mhm.
then I know you're a rep,
And I
so like,
mentioned it.
and it clearly
It's a mess.
Rula's husband is lying. And then we end the episode with Kelsey and Liz not even arguing, but Liz getting mad at Kelsey because Kelsey brings up the rumors about Liz and her male best friend Dino, who may or may not be, she may or may not be cheating with. We don't know, but Liz got really mad and was like, there's no rumors, there's no nothing. And that was where the episode ended. And then the previews for next
But
week.
we
Oh, yeah.
do hear, how does Dino actually know her?
Yes, because then Liz
Yeah.
goes on Watch What Happens Live and says, well, Kelsey knows Dino because Kelsey and dated, which I'm like, I'm like, is Rhode Island that small? It's
They
it
said
that
it.
small? Like, and then we met one of Kelsey's boyfriends, and it was like clear that Kelsey does not
Yeah.
like this man. It's very
No.
clear. Ashley cried
He
again,
doesn't
which
have a big enough bank account for her.
no, Ashley
She
cried again,
said,
but yeah,
yeah, sorry.
Ashley always cried. No, Ashley
Yeah,
just cries. You'll learn that
yeah,
about Ashley. She just
okay.
cries.
Yeah, she's from The Bachelor.
Yep.
Okay. I'm learning their names slowly. I think it's good that her husband is friends with the former news girl's husband.
Rosie's husband, yeah.
Yeah, Rosie. She's adorable. I don't think she belongs with them.
No, she seems very level-headed. I think she's like you guys are crazy. I'm a little crazy, but not as crazy as you because again, Liz and her husband are cousins.
Yeah.
Rula's husband is cheating on her,
Hmm.
and Alicia is addicted to dolls.
Oh, yeah. Tons of big eyed dolls. Like, they look like Bratz dolls, but they're bigger. My daughter is now 22. She's
Mm-hmm.
22. Yeah. Yeah, she's going to be 23. Okay. I forgot. Um, so yeah, my kid's 22, and I would have seen these dolls if they weren't like extremely expensive. So I think that these dolls are like really, really, really expensive Bratz dolls because they're not Bratz dolls. I know what those look like,
Mm-hmm.
and even those are too expensive for me to buy. Oh, what are you looking at?
Some Ohio sports news. Two high school coaches got fired. It's nothing serious. Oh, we forgot to talk about one more thing, sports thing. Sharon Moore from Michigan, former Michigan head coach.
Hmm.
The charges were dropped against him. He did receive probation for the things that he was. I think it was like not resisting arrest, whatever charges that weren't. It wasn't
Yeah.
related to stalking, but he did get probation. The judge did say you better stick with your wife because his wife stuck with him, and then it was found that he wasn't stalking the staffer, and she won't be back.
Right.
We could do a whole deep dive on that, but Real House of Rhode Island. I just want to say, whoever on Bravo found all these women, you are a godsend. The show is amazing.
Yeah, who
I haven't
suggested them?
I haven't felt like this since season one of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Um, just whoever found them, great. You're
I like
amazing.
them. I tried to get into the Miami one because you tried to get me to watch it, and I couldn't. But the Salt Lake City ladies and this one, like I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the Rhode
I think
Island
because they're
accent.
just, I think just because they're not unburdened by like the most like you know how like you get the ick from yourself when you think about something cringy you did in the past. None
Yeah,
of them get that. None of them get that, and that's the great thing about it.
true. Yeah, they have no shame.
Um, the Valley. Let's move on real quick. The Valley, episode two.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
honestly, like it's episode two. Janet's trying for a redemption arc, but it ain't working.
No.
She kind of still shows her ass. She goes up to Jasmine. She tries to apologize to Jasmine, and then ends
And
up
then wanted an
blaming.
apology from Jasmine.
Yeah, and then wanted an apology and was like, "Well, look at how you treated me on the beach." And Jasmine's looking at her like, "Girl, you came
You
at
deserved
me."
it. Yeah.
So like, she left, and Jasmine goes. She was like, "Janet's gonna Janet," and I'm like, I don't get this redemption that Janet wants because then she goes up to Nia and she's like trying to talk to her and I'm like, Janet, you literally called her husband a sexual assaulter multiple times.
Hmm.
You claim that he sexually assaulted multiple fans.
He's a
You claim
predator.
that he's a predator, he has a drinking problem, all this different stuff.
Hmm.
And you want that lady who is fresh postpartum to be like, you know what, Janet, I forgive you. Let's be friends again.
Right.
Girl, no.
No. And that was totally not the place either. Like,
At a
not
1-year-old's
at
birthday
Rosa's
party.
birthday party. I love how Lala told the lifeguard that she was going to come see him at nap time.
Yeah.
She cracks me up.
Yeah, and then Zach talked to Brittany about her current dating life. So Brittany
Mhm.
is dating a man named Brandon. Yes, Brandon. and we find out that he has two kids. But no, three
Three
kids
from two
by
different moms.
three by two different women, and he doesn't live in California. He lives in Kentucky. And
Yep.
Zach is like, "Girl, you're trying to get yourself into a Jack situation again." And she's like, "No, I'm not. Zach, you're crazy. I'm not." And he's like, "Girl, you don't even realize it." We know they do eventually break up. I don't think they ever became
Thank
boyfriend and
God.
girlfriend, but
She
Brittany
was
is
just
gonna
having
Brittany.
fun. What I don't think she was in a. I don't think she was looking for a serious relationship because of the fact that what happened with Jax. So having an old flame that's halfway across the states
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. When I first split up from Zoe's dad, the guy I dated actually lived 3 hours away by car. So it was kind of nice because like it gave me that time to myself. It gave me the time for me and Zoe to just be us. But it also gave me like a little vacation, when I wanted to get away. So I ain't mad at her. I'm glad that they do end up breaking up eventually. Not sure when, but hey,
Yeah, they
get
break
your
up. I think
get your
this
sparkle
is
back, Brittany.
yeah, yeah. Hey, she said, I'm finally getting my sparkle back. And then we have Luke and Danny. Danny's supposed to get a vasectomy because again, his wife has just had four children, a set of twins, and a boy
Mhm.
and a girl. And she's like, "Hey, I'm drowning. I need
Yeah.
your help." And he's like, "But let's have sex." And she's like, "No, bro, I'm drowning. You know what? Get a vasectomy." Oh, I can't have sex. It's going to be so invasive. Your wife has given birth to four children. Your wife has given birth to four children. And then on the
I
flip
think
side,
I think that's their comedic dynamic. I don't think he's being serious, but I think that the jokes are starting to just wear on her because Dominic does the same crap to me. Like, he'll bug the crap out of me about something, and I know he's like just joking, and it's like, okay, that's enough. Stop. Like, seriously, but come on.
yeah.
So hopefully he's just messing with her. I mean, she's
And then,
gorgeous. Who wouldn't
yeah.
want to?
Yeah. And then we got Kristen, who's
Aw. Hi,
who's
JD.
fresh, who's fresh off of giving
So
birth to
her
her
first.
first child.
Hmm.
And Luke's like, "Oh, I want to do it. You look so sexy. You look so hot." And she's like, "Luke, I'm literally in pain. Like, get away from me." She
Yeah.
literally has said in the after shows, like, she's like, "I literally have to tell him, like, leave me alone. Like, get off of me."
Well, and
But it's
Kristen had problems because when she started going through the not in vitro, but to try to conceive, she had to give herself shots and everything, and that does a number on your body. And going from the size that she was to the size that she was before they got pregnant had
mm-hmm.
already taken a mental toll on her.
Mm-hmm.
And now being pregnant, having the baby, and you know, trying to lose that baby weight. Plus, you just pushed a kid out triple JJ. Like, no, you
Yeah.
don't feel like doing that, even though they tell you not to do it for 6 weeks anyway. Like the doctor
Mm-hmm.
says, no, you're not allowed. Every single dad out there, I know, every single dad out there has got the countdown on their calendar because no. That is closed for business. Let us get used to how our body has changed so much. Let us get used to the hormone dump because our hormones are absolutely crazy after having a kid. And, you know, be a man. Shut up. You know, you'll
Yeah.
get yours, you know, go watch a go watch a movie.
Yeah, honestly, for real. So we have that. Then we have Jesse's girlfriend Lacey finally getting her sort of like moment. I
Yeah.
don't hate the girl. I think she's very much confident in who she is, and I think that she's like Jesse's a fun time. This is nothing serious. He's like
Yeah, but
when
he
he
loves
said,
her.
"Oh my god," when he said "I love you" and she said "Thank you," I was like,
Thank
"Ooh,
you.
he cannot read the room." I think she likes him. I think he makes her feel good. I think if you go through a traumatic divorce, especially how she explains it, and like a bad relationship, how he's explained it in the past, something fun and something just like cute is like great. I don't think she's trying to look for anything serious, but I think Jesse is wanting something serious.
Yeah, and if he's already dropping love bombs, like she needs to step back, like
Yeah.
for his own, safety and well being, because that's don't lead him on. Like I don't care who you are, it's not
Especially
right.
because you guys both have kids. Like he has a daughter, she has kids. Like
And
you
they formed
stringing
their
this,
language.
yeah. I'm like you stringing this man along just because you want to have fun. And again, we kind of already know that she's not as serious because remember last season they told Jesse like, hey, she's openly dating someone else, and he didn't want to believe them, and like they were like, no, she's literally is dating someone else. Like multiple people have said she's dating someone. She out of her own mouth said it. So
Hmm.
meeting her and kind of seeing her and just kind of seeing like how she's gone through life, I'm like, yeah, she's just looking for
I
something
like
fun.
how
She ain't
she
looking for something.
approached Michelle. But I like the way that she approached Michelle. Michelle's like, I just want a divorce. So maybe her saying that will give Jesse the push. But we see in scenes from later on in the, series, this season, that Jesse obviously hasn't signed the divorce papers yet, and he's blaming Michelle
Mm-hmm.
for being dramatic. And but he's the one that's still dragging it out. It's like why?
Yeah, he genuinely and she's like, I just want to get divorced, and he's like, I don't know, Michelle's the worst, and it's like, bro, just give her the divorce. Like clearly, just
Right?
give her the divorce.
Yep.
It's costing you money.
Michelle
It's
should
costing her
bring the
money.
papers. Michelle should bring
Like
the
just give
papers
her
to
the
one of
divorce.
their out of town get togethers and be like, here you go, Jesse, in front of everybody.
Yeah. I'm quickly move for a couple more things. Again, we got to get off soon because the Cavs pregame
Guys.
uh
Yeah.
are
Ooh.
coming on in it soon. We had below deck down under. They cooked eggs with dish soap because they put dish soap in the same bottle that they put olive oil. And
Stupid.
then Mike opened his big mouth, per usual. So that's crazy. And then,
Hmm.
ironically enough, when you brought up Real House of Miami, Lisa Hochstein, former Lisa Hochstein, and her ex-boyfriend Jody were arrested in Miami because they apparently put a listening device into one of Lenny's cars. They both pleaded not guilty. Lisa surrendered herself to the police. She got a beautiful mugshot, and then was released on her own recognizance. And so it was Jody, and then um
We should have put that up.
he bypassed a couple things. Yeah, honestly, Lisa's mugshot, it should go in the Mugshot Hall of Fame. It was beautiful. That lady's stunning. That lady is
I
stunning.
gotta go look at
Okay.
it.
Um,
All right.
but I'm gonna do some real rapid fire pop culture stuff real quick, and then we'll probably end the show. Um, CinemaCon was this week. We got a whole bunch of movie announcements. The Influencer Olympics, also known as Coachella, was this weekend. A lot of hot mess stuff going on in Coachella. Um, a Game of Thrones movie was announced called Aegon's Conquest. If you've read anything Game of Thrones related, Aegon's Conquest is a great movie. That's gonna be a great movie. Katy Perry was accused of sexual assault by actress Ruby Rose, and now people are going into her history and being like, maybe Katy Perry's not all
2 years
that
after you
great.
accused
Lena
her of
Dunham
doing
released a
that,
book.
you're saying you
I'm a
loved her.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Lena Dunham released a book, and I'm gonna go on a brief Lena Dunham rant. Y'all will not get me to like that lady. That lady openly revealed that she sexually assaulted her sister when they were children. She talked about how she was at the Met Gala. She was sat at the same table as Odell Beckham Jr. She took him being nice to her as him wanting to have sex with her, and then was mad that he didn't want to have sex with her. So she was like, "Yeah, he's just too uppity. He's like, she's a terrible person." But she revealed in her book that she cheated on her long-term boyfriend Jack Antonoff because she thought he was getting too close to a teenager. The teenager was actually a young adult named Lord. Lord the singer. She tried to
I
say
remember that
that
one now.
Adam Driver, yeah, Adam Driver, who was on Girls, who played her love interest Adam, was very not nice to her and actually threw a chair at her in a scene. She just had a whole bunch of stuff, but I will not allow people to look at Lena Dunham and be like, oh, I feel so bad for her. Don't feel bad for that lady. She's the worst.
Yeah.
Couple other things. Wireless Fest was canceled due to the backlash of Kanye West being announced as a headliner. He should not have been announced as a headliner. He's a terrible person. You knew he was a terrible person. Blake, what's the problem? What's the problem? And then Malcolm in the Middle, the 4-episode reboot premiered. I watched all 4 episodes. I was thoroughly
I think I want to watch
entertained.
it.
I liked it.
I
It
think
was
I'm going to.
if you watch the original, it's very, very like it's very close. And it was
I
clearly
didn't watch
just
it
something that
religiously, but
if you watched it casually, like I didn't watch it religiously, I watched it kind of casually, but I knew like the jokes, I knew all the inside, like
right.
what happened. Like if you watched it and you knew what the show was, like the 4 episodes, they go by pretty fast, but it updates it, but
Yeah.
still keeps the charm of the original series.
Oh, that's good.
All right. One last thing. Christy, we have our internet obsessions. We talked about them today.
Yeah.
What is your internet obsession? You told me what it is.
Keon's Bizarre B&B. It's one of your South Korean things. You've already seen it. Jin, one of the guys, or Jin, I guess is his name, from BTS. I don't know. He's
Kim
in
Suk
it.
Jin.
And then one of the girls from Korea Saturday Night Live is in it. And I keep forgetting that she's from the Korean Saturday Night Live, because like watching her and listening to what she's saying and stuff, it's like, that is hilarious. And you don't expect that to come from somebody from South Korea, because I've seen the other, dating show, but I forget that she's a comedian. So I have to remind myself. But like this, I'm on the 4th episode. It's freaking hilarious. I want to go to the Bizarre B&B. It's amazing.
Yeah. I told Christy, I was like, you've now entered the realm of Korean variety shows. You're gonna get to K-dramas. You're gonna get there. And when you get there, we're gonna talk about it. You're gonna get there and you're gonna be thoroughly entertained.
Right.
But she is currently at the variety show stage, and I told her, I was like, she has to watch this show called Running Man. I have no clue what they're saying. You gotta watch subtitles, but it is some
I thought you were talking about the movie
stuff.
Running Man.
No. It's the Korean.
That.
No, it's a Korean variety show called Running Man, right?
Okay.
And it's a group of it's a group of comedians, and they'll have like usually a Korean celebrity guest. So they'll have like a full group, or they'll have like an actor or something like that, or if somebody has a big project coming out. Robert Pattinson made an appearance once. The cast of like Mission Impossible has been on there a couple times.
Oh,
like
shit.
it's pretty big. It's like a pretty big show. And like it
I'm glad we talked about this, because like I said, me and Tom were gonna watch it.
You thought it was the movie,
it was
the Glenn Powell movie, Running Man. Oh my god, no. No, it was it's a Korean variety show. So she's currently on one of them. Cayenne's Bizarre B&B is one of the ones that's on Netflix. There's a couple more that's supposed to come out this year. But my current obsession, I watch MAFS, Married at First Sight.
Yes.
I particularly like the ones overseas. Like the American one is good, but the ones overseas are unhinged and crazy, and the format of it is nuts. MAFS Australia, they're at the end of the season. They film the whole season. So what they do is they do these things called, like, they do weekly check-ins. So like on the US version, they don't do weekly check-ins. You usually have a halfway and then an end. They do weekly check-ins to see if you want to stay together. So they're at the end of the season. They're at the reunion. Some couples have stayed together. Some couples have broken up. But this lady, her name is Beck, and she was paired with a man named Danny. And like he told her he was falling in love with her. And then it came out that he wasn't, that he was actually hitting on like one of their castmates, and he just was terrible. They played this man's confessionals.
Keep going.
They were so unhinged and crazy. At one point, they were talking about Beck's dogs, and he was like, all the bitches love me. Bitches come to me all the time. I'm like, yo, this man is crazy. But
Oh,
it
okay.
was truly entertaining. I have not stopped watching all the clips because everybody is like, "Oh, we know. Look, the men that go on Mass Australia are terrible. We all know this. Everybody knows this. They are
Well, I
horrible."
can't wait. I've seen the American version, and I've seen, of course, Love Is Blind in all different countries that they have going on.
Mhm.
And I watched the most recent one of Sweden and watched the reunion of Sweden, and it broke my heart for one of the guys because you could clearly see that the woman wasn't as serious about it. She was too young. She should have never been on there. But anyway,
Yeah, but
yeah,
it
make
was
it going.
yeah. But yeah, we got to get going. But yeah, that's our current internet sessions. Once again, you guys, thank you for supporting us. We support you. You support us. Right after us, it would be the Inside Edge Cavs pregame show. Not pregame as in like pregame, as in like they are giving you a
Because they don't play
preview.
tonight.
So yeah, they don't play tonight. They play on Saturday. So once again, subscribe to us on YouTube at Jersey Chasers. YouTube is regularly updated. Follow us on Instagram at Jersey Chasers and on TikTok at Jersey Chasers Pod. Listen to us wherever you get your podcasts: Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeart, Spotify. Literally, I try to get them out Thursday mornings. Great. Also, please support the Inside Edge Network. We are doing some big stuff. Again, we have a whole slate of stuff coming up. Cross show intermingling. People are gonna be coming on here, we going on there. Christy and I have already made appearances on other shows.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's really really fun. But once again, support Inside Edge Network wherever you get your podcasts: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Also, you see this little QR code in the corner? Yeah, I haven't talked about that. But you need to click on that QR code. It'll get you a nice little discount from Fanatics. Fanatics, where you get all of your jersey needs. Shout out to Fanatics for being our number one sponsor. We love you, Fanatics.
Yes.
Sometimes, but we love you in this regard today because you make us money. You make us money. But yeah, we gotta go next week. We're gonna be on a little bit longer, I think. Yes, we should. Next week is next week
draft.
is Oh, it is. It is. So we're gonna give you some draft, like some mock drafts. Maybe we're gonna talk some more about people who may be sliding, people who may be staying. What are the Browns gonna do? We don't know yet. We'll check in with the Guardians and we'll check in with the Cavs because the Cavs will have played at least 2 games by then. But yeah, thank you guys for supporting us. We love you. And like I said, listen to us wherever you get your podcasts, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeart, Spotify. Thank you for watching. We love you.
They're coming up next.
All right.